There's only one option.
You're done. You're done. You're done. You are done.
Great political environment we have here now. Joining me now, the man who got up, loved this, and continued his speech after that whole thing, Congressman Lee Zeldin from New York, running against Kathy Hochul, so you know who we're rooting for there. Congressman, I've complained for a long time, especially in the past 4 or 5 years, we have a really ugly situation in this country where these Democrat leaders in the media, they always use these extreme words: Nazi, white nationalist, white supremacist. They're constantly saying these things, and then you have this group of nutballs on the bottom who act on the things the Democrats on the top say, and it's created a dangerous environment. I don't think I have to tell you.
Yeah, I was in the House when the Steve Scalise shooting took place. I serve on the House Financial Services Committee, where the committee chairperson's Maxine Waters, and she had called for confrontation of political opposition. We saw it in the last few weeks with U.S. Supreme Court justices being harassed and intimidated at their own residence. There is a trend in this country where political violence has a place inside of American politics, where the answer is, whether it's the day before an election or the day after the election, there's no room ever for political violence in any form. And it's important for all of us, everybody in government, everybody out of government who cares, and they have a medium to tell everybody that political violence in every form has no place in this country. And unfortunately, you have some people who are not taking this opportunity to tell people who follow them. And in the case, you get individuals like Maxine Waters who actually go out and say it. And then you have others who, for example, like the White House press secretary, when asked about the U.S. Supreme Court justices having their addresses doxxed and people showing up at the House, instead of using that opportunity to say this is wrong and to set parameters to their followers to say this is not behavior that's acceptable, instead they kind of take the pass because of what best fits the political narrative.
Well, I think it's even worse. It seems like they want it to happen, Congressman. I'm sorry, what other explanation is there for they excuse every act of violence committed by their street mob people on their side? How am I supposed to take that as anything other than tacit approval? I don't think Kathy Hochul looked at that video and had any concern for you whatsoever. I think she looked at that video and thought, good, I hope he shuts up.
Well, while that's something that you're allowed to provide that insight for, I don't have enough information in my position to be able to say that. What I will say is that it is tacit approval when the White House press secretary doesn't condemn the releasing of this information, when you don't have more people speaking up and saying, Maxine Waters, you should not say that, and then you see Maxine Waters being rewarded with a gavel. I do believe that there are people who serve in leadership, elected positions in this country who wanted to see individuals showing up at the homes of U.S. Supreme Court justices. When they see the acts of violence targeting pro-life community centers where people are trying to provide 4D ultrasounds and counseling, I think that there are people in government elected positions who are okay with that, who do provide tacit approval for that behavior.